Here comes a new challenger!
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. It's been a month since Steve released, and so I'd like to give my full impressions of the character. You know, it's been a while now, and so what do I think about Steve? Well, I still don't really have an idea of where I'd put him on a tier list. If I had to make a judgment call, probably higher mid, between there. But either way, let's talk about him. We're not going to talk about tier lists or, you know, we'll talk about competitive stuff later, but I just want to talk about Steve because Steve, even now, to me, is still one of the funniest inclusions in this game. Let's just start with animations, alright? Animations, to me, can do a lot for a character. It's the reason why I main certain characters as I do, or play characters more often than others, because of exaggerated expressions, the way they move and such like that. It's just so funny to me, you know? With Steve here, you already know, Steve's animations are basically non-existent. I mean, they're there, obviously, but Steve obviously doesn't move like any other character, despite the fact that, while you won't see it here, Steve has elbows and knees. Let me see if I can show that off. All right, well, yeah, you can see the curves on the arms and legs. All right, yes, Steve has elbows and knees. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. But either way, animations for me do a lot for a character, even animations that aren't directly tied to competitive Smash. As an example, you know, we have the items here, and one of my favorite animations is the spicy curry, because with most characters, obviously they'd, like, you know, jump around, and obviously it's super hot and all this sort of stuff, and they have like a crazy expression. But with Steve, you just just look at that. That's hilarious. How can you not find that funny? Like, obviously when you move, it's like it doesn't do anything, but when you're not moving, that's pretty hilarious, and all things considered. Now, animations, like I said, do a lot, but he also has hilarious animations even during standard movement. I mean, look when he's at a ledge. You know, most characters, when they're at a ledge, they'll have like that type of animation where they're like, oh, I'm gonna fall off, oh, I gotta be careful, and then he just looks down. He doesn't look up. He doesn't look forward. He just stares down into the abyss. That's amazing. Other things about Steve that I love: he has a crouch. He has a crouch walk, and crouch walks are amazing. I mean, this was kind of expected. You know, it is Minecraft, and even while you're crouching, you can still move. But still, I find that hilarious. You know, that's just great. That's just great. Another thing that I love, obviously, is that you can tilt his head. Though, I don't know about you guys, but man, this is why I wish Sonic was an ultimate character instead of a brawl character and a last-minute brawl character. Sonic should have totally had this, where he can, like, if he looks up, he would look up. You know what I mean? Because that's something Sonic does in his games. I know other games do that too, like other platformers, but, like, Sonic was the first one, I think, that did it. You know, but whatever. Either way, this is still funny to me. Just the way he bobbles his head around is hilarious to me. Now then, what else can we show off in terms of animations? Well, that, of course, being his teching. Now, well, I mean, just his getup. I mean, obviously, doing a normal getup, attack like that's funny. I also find it just funny how they have one of the longest rolls in the game. I mean, look, even from getup roll, he just goes so far. Look at that. You know? So in terms of animations and stuff he does, even when he gets tripped up, as I will show right now, it's all hilarious to me. I don't know. There's just nothing about Steve I can't find hilarious. And look at that. He just sits down and spin-a-rooney. That's great. And of course, when it comes to Steve grabbing items, some of it's pretty funny. Not all the time, but I mean, some of them are. Like the daybreak. Boom. I don't, this, especially when you jump with it. Yeah. That's great. But yeah, no, so in terms of animations, Steve is great. Now in terms of Steve's playstyle, it's very weird. Obviously he relies on mining and blocks and stuff like that. You know, he needs iron for his down B, for his side B, for even his down throw, you know. But that's, you know, I feel if you know what to do, typically this block placement, this is optimal for most characters. If you have this block placement, you'll easily be able to mine, especially on like platform stages like this, where if you go under here and there you go, the only way your opponent can really do anything against you is they have to force their way through the blocks. They'd have to go up and around, or drop through platform, you know. And you have this move, you have this, so you definitely have options for when people are trying to come up at you, you know what I mean? Now, another thing that I do love about Steve is his combos. Now, sure, SDI kind of kills it, but the fact that he can do almost any of this, and I messed it up there, but the fact that he could do stuff like that is still amazing to me. So that's great. Along with block setups, Steve just oozes fun, right? And also, if you want to combo with the axe, you got to combo with the back hit of the axe. Now, you know, obviously taunts are top tier and other minor stuff like that. But yeah, when it comes to his playstyle, it's definitely a lot of fun. I think genuinely Steve is probably my most fun character in this game. Like I don't know, I find enjoyment in playing Steve, even when I'm losing, because building quick and stuff like that is great for me, and other minor things like that. I just love doing things like that. So there are a lot of fun things to Steve, and obviously with blocks you can set up a bunch of stuff. And if you're wondering, I have jump as my Z button, so doing that, it's pretty easy for me. Doing it forward, also pretty easy for me. So yeah, that's what I use. I use Z as jump. That way I could just instantly do things like this. and build a wall. Build a whole house in front of my opponent, you know? So that's great. And generally when it comes to kill power, it depends, because obviously what I usually do, this is my strategy. What I try to do is that I always at least try to go for stone. I save my iron and gold for, well, I save my iron for minecart and anvil and down throw, but I also save my gold for power rails, because power rails to me are much more valuable than gold weapons. That is to say, gold weapons aren't bad, it's just I prefer this. Now obviously if I have no choice and I have to get gold, that's fine. You know, iron also works out just as well, but that's only if I have tons of iron to spare, you know what I mean? You know, but gold ain't that bad. It's pretty much just if you have it after dying, you know, you get gold, you die. You don't really have iron, so it's like, okay, fine, I'll use gold, and then, you know, you get crazy damage off of gold. Yeah, sure, the durability runs out pretty quick. Like gold sword F smash pretty much breaks into hits. Well, 2 smash attack hits. So you're pretty much just wanting good frame data. It has the same damage of wood, but with more knockback. So it's not too bad. But yeah, so, and then obviously you want to go for diamond. So I'll tell you a few things that I think about when playing Steve. So when it comes to Steve, obviously, gold will always be your 15th. I believe it's 15th. I can't count. But either way, gold is your 15th. And then after gold, you'll know that diamond is right around the corner. All right, I use my diamond. At high percents, this would be a bad idea because, of course, if you die when you have gold weapons at high percent, well then you don't get diamond weapons at high percent. You won't get diamonds again. You have to mine for it again. This is how I know when I'm gonna get a second diamond. Keep mining. First gold ingot. All right. Keep mining. When you see the second gold ingot, that's when you know two or three more pulls, and there you go, another diamond. So I keep track of that sort of stuff, especially since, you know, if I don't have the tool necessary to keep going like this, right? Like I use my axe a couple times, you know, I hit banjo and then I'm mining, and then I want to save my diamond for the next stock, but I need to attack. All right, I'm just gonna grind, place some blocks over there, build myself a whole wall. Oh, there's the first gold. Okay, there's the, that was the second gold. There's the diamond. There you go. Now I can at least use the first diamond. I think you can stack up to 3 diamonds, though I think you can only stack up to 2. But having 2 is still great. So there you go. And obviously you get crazy damage just for having diamond. But hey, the other weapons ain't that bad for comboing either. You know what I mean? So otherwise, like when it comes to Steve, playstyle wise, he's a fun character. Very fun character. Alright? When it comes to his recovery, also pretty fun to use. Let's use... This is what I use for like testing out recoveries, because I don't have the training mode mod pack, and sure I can have like the AI smash me away and all this sort of stuff, but if I need to recover low, you know, I use this. I don't know how many of you guys ever thought about using these. So I have my jump. There you go. If I need to recover even lower than that, and I don't have my second jump, minecart. Oh wait, well that kind of messed it up. But you get the basic premise. There you go. You get the idea. I guess in that instance, you just want to wait for this to run out, which it will eventually. You just put yourself in position. There you go. There you go. So use items as best you can, basically. Why not? But yeah, either way. So when it comes to Steve's recovery, it definitely, as long as you have the materials for it, it's definitely, you're basically able to get back to stage at any point. There are also multiple ways of using the elytra. And of course, if you just want to get back up to stage, you know, and you were sent flying pretty high, it ain't that hard to make it back. Like, it genuinely is not that hard. I mean, look how fast you'll go, you know? And a few other things to note of elytra. If you land on your gut, you'll be good. You know, you'll have the least amount of lag possible. If you land crashing down, you'll have a lot of lag. And if you land after letting go of the elytra, you'll land like that. So typically for lag, like landing lag with up B, this is the best one because you essentially recover almost instantly. And landing down like that is obviously the worst way to go. So yeah, when it comes to Steve, there's a lot of fun things. Obviously, this character has flaws. Like, when it comes to material-based characters, they typically don't do too well. Typically, characters like Robin or Hero aren't considered the best characters, though, in my opinion, I think those characters are highly underrated. So I don't think having, like, limits to your options is too bad, as long as you have workarounds, which again, Steve definitely does. It's just about utilizing your blocks well. Now, in my opinion, certain stages kind of suck at doing this because obviously with stages like Lila as an example, since that is a legal stage every once in a while, you always get iron. So it's going to be hard to like really just utilize stuff like that. But on stages like Battlefield or FD or things that have like dirt blocks or basically blocks you can just waste, as long as the character can't crouch from under there, you know, then you're pretty good to go. That's what I think anyways. But yeah, no, Steve is just fun. And I think that's the important takeaway here. The character is just fun. And I like fun. You guys like fun? I like fun. So yeah, in terms of impressions of this character, I'm definitely glad he's in the game. He's very fun to play as. I enjoy playing him. I enjoy playing him so much that I don't know how much GSP matters to you guys, but he's one of my highest. I'll show that right now. Alright, so here we are. Yes, I do have the entire roster on here. It's not that hard, genuinely. But, as you see, Ryu is my highest, of course. Followed that by Terry. I believe Terry. No, Min. Min is following that up. Then Ken. Then Terry. But, as you can see, Steve is pretty much right up there. I play this character a lot. And by that, I mean I play Alex a lot. I enjoy Steve. Alex, whatever you're going to go with. I play Alex, that's just my thing. But yeah, no, I genuinely have a lot of fun with this character. I have a lot of fun with a lot of characters in this game. And then there's this guy. And sometimes this guy. This guy kind of makes me sad. And she just... I wish she was fun. But yeah, otherwise, Steve is great. I love this character. I love everything he does. I love all the things he has access to. Stuff like that is great. Being able to set up TNT, of course, is funny. Magma is very fun. Lava is a funny projectile because it is a projectile. It counts as one. So yeah, Steve is definitely fun. And so I would highly implore you to try him out if you haven't already. I know some people bought the fighter pass, but they only did it because they just want to have the characters and not really play the characters. They just want to have a complete roster. I know people like that. Like, they won't touch the DLC. They'll just have it because they want to have a complete roster, and in case someone comes over or whatever, they have the ability to play that character. But yeah, I highly suggest playing Steve. Steve's just fun. He's great. There's literally no reason to not play him. And so yeah, no. Very fun. And, you know, to me, it's still kind of crazy thinking that we have these two here. I mean, think about it. You know, if this was in Brawl or Melee era, we wouldn't even have these two characters here. Think about it. You know, Phil Spencer really a homie. Really getting these two together here in Smash. You know, it's great. I think it is anyways. And, you know, it's kind of funny. I remember there were tons of debates about these characters. Who would make it in and who wouldn't. And they both made it in. It's also kind of funny that both of their DLC characters, both of them are DLC characters by Microsoft. I highly suggest you check my how Smash or how Nintendo markets the Fighters Pass. I'll leave a link to that at the outro of this video. Yeah, it's great. It's all great. Now imagine, hear me out. What if Master Chief was here?